Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of TEPSA Presents our Member Spotlight. I'm your host, Todd Neslony, the Director of Culture and Strategic Leadership here at the Texas Elementary Principals and Supervisors Association. We are thrilled to spotlight different members from across the state of Texas, and today I have Heather with me. Heather, tell everybody kind of a little bit about who you are.
Hi, good evening. My name is Heather Alarcon. I am a second-year assistant principal in Goose Creek ISD, which is in Baytown, which is like southeast suburb of Texas.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Well, Heather, when we have these conversations, I always love to start back at the beginning. So You enter education, and what do you do when you first start teaching?
Yeah, so when I first started teaching, I was a sixth grade science teacher still in this area, suburb of Texas. And I actually was an alternative certified teacher. So my degree is in psychology, but I just kind of like wandered aimlessly and had no idea what I wanted to do. But I came from a family of educators. So an aunt suggested I try teaching, and she was right on. So started teaching, and immediately within a year and a half, I was like, I think that I want to be in leadership. I really see that for myself. So I taught science for 5 years, and then I was a dyslexia and intervention specialist for a year before I moved into admin. Yeah.
So, we all kind of have different things that kind of make us feel like leadership might be a role for us, whether it's just our own experiences, something somebody says. What was it for you that you were like, yeah, that might be my path?
I think, it's something that I've always just kind of been like the person in any group, whether it's socially or professionally, that's going to speak up and be the leader of the group. And I think it might be kind of annoying. I've been called the Hermione Granger sometimes, but it just kind of came naturally to me. And when I was in the classroom and I would see things, I would think, how would I do this? And it just kind of fell into place. And like I said, I come from a family of educators. They're all principals. So it was just what I had seen and what I knew and felt right for me.
So you mentioned you're in your second year as an assistant principal, which means that your first 2 years have been completely during a pandemic. How has that been?
Great. Like, I don't know another way to do this job. So it's crazy. I remember starting my first year, I got hired in August of 2020. So we were about to start school back, in this new world. And I truly don't know like another way for it to look. So it's been hectic, but in any part of education, like flexibility is the name of the game. And I've really had to adapt to so many different changes and just things honestly changing from day to day. So I think I'm hopeful for a normal time, but
I think you made a really great point there, is that this is all you know as a leader. So it's a little bit different for you. So I think that's kind of like a good thing in your way. And so I'd love to know, being an administrator now for 2 years, have you learned anything new about yourself through this process?
Yes. I also got married in that time, so I've learned a lot of new things. But no, really, I think I've really learned that I am a person that can adapt very quickly. I always thought I'm kind of an anxious, like a nervous Nelly type of person. And so I always worry that in a crisis, I will freeze. And I have found about myself that that's not me at all. When I'm confident, and I do feel like I'm a pretty confident person at work, I can adapt and make decisions really quickly. And you have to do that as an administrator. We're making decisions constantly. So I've learned that I really can, under pressure, like make decisions very quickly and move and act there.
I love that. And I love that you're perceptive enough to pick that up within yourself, because that you're totally right there. Well, Heather, when we have these conversations, we always like to kind of wrap them up with just you leaving a tip or a tool or one of your favorite activities you've done, something for our members who are listening or watching. And so what are you going to leave us with today?
So I have been thinking about this for the last couple of days, and I'm thinking and want to say something like really profound or something really cool. But when I'm thinking about it, like truly thinking about what gets me through day to day, it's being like hyper organized. And the part of, because, we're constantly things are coming at you and you're always having to decide what's my priority right here in this moment. And organization is huge with that. And I keep it super simple. And I have a notebook that's on my desk that every week I start a new page, and it's just my to-do list. And once something is done, I highlight it. But anything that anybody brings to me, whether it's as simple as like, hey, I'm applying for a new job, can you write me a recommendation letter? Or it's something like I've got to turn in my TELPAS 5-year documentation. It's all written down on my list. And I truly could not go day to day without that. And so while it's really simple and archaic in these like 2022 times to write in a notebook, that really is for me what keeps me organized and able to do my job effectively. And that's what I would tell anybody in administration or wanting to move into this. You've got to find an organization system that works for you. So
and you just hit the nail on the head. That works for you. And if this one works for you, who cares what it looks like? It works, and you're getting something done. Right. Of it. Well,
absolutely.
Heather, thank you so much for coming on today. We at TEPSA are so thankful for all of our members, but so glad that people got to meet you. If they want to connect with you more, Heather, are you anywhere online they can find you?
I am. I'm here on Facebook, obviously, with my name. And then my Instagram is Heather Alarcon, with just the A, my last name. And always posting about school, talking about school and work and the fun things that my kids and teachers are doing.
Well, thank you so much, Heather, for coming on. I want to thank everybody for listening or watching. Make sure you sign up today to attend our TEPSA Summer Conference this summer. We've got 6 incredible masterclasses, 3 fantastic keynotes, and 3 days of learning you will not want to miss. So we hope to see all of you there, and we'll see you next week for an all-new episode of TEPSA Presents.